Contact front!
Cooper moving!
Stop moving!
Houston moving!
Ferguson moving! Doc moving!
Houston moving! Cooper moving!
Ferguson moving!
Well, the mission of Force Reconnaissance, we've been around since the 1950s. Started out as a test unit, and really from there we went into the Marine Expeditionary Force. They realized that to fight a war, they needed to have eyes and ears out in front, and that's how we came about. Right now, we still maintain those responsibilities today. Our true primary mission in life is deep reconnaissance, what they consider deep reconnaissance for the Marine Expeditionary Force. Since the late 80s, we've also taken on a secondary role of the basically the direct action or limited scale raid type force for the MEF also. And that translates now down into each Marine Expeditionary unit that goes out takes a force platoon that's capable of both deep reconnaissance for the MU commander and direct action for the MU commander.
We do ground reconnaissance, deep reconnaissance, and we also do the direct action missions for the MEF. The ground reconnaissance involves conducting land reconnaissance well ahead of the MEF, well behind enemy lines. We can operate in the company anywhere from 50 miles to 1,000 miles in behind enemy lines. The company is broken down to two basic elements today. We're broken down to a headquarters and service element, which provides us with what in the Marine Corps we call our beans, bandages, and bullets. They provide all the administrative work. They take care of all the transportation needs. They take care of arranging training schedules for us and training areas. The other part of the company, which we call the warrior end of the company, the operators, are the 5 individual platoons. The 5 individual platoons, numbered 1 through 5, train on a basically a year-and-a-half training schedule to deploy with one of the 3 Marine Expeditionary units here with the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force. Their training phase involves individual training, which is 6 months long, where we send individuals off to school to get individual skills such as being a sniper, going to ranger school, going to military free-fall school, becoming jump masters, things like that, to give them the special individual needs that they have.
The tricky part is the method of insertion, methods of extraction. That's why we practice subsurface entry as far as diving. We practice air-to-ground approach in the form of military freefall or low-level static line. The hardest mission for insertion would be the high-altitude, high-open, and military freefall because of the high-risk nature You're not always afforded the opportunity to rehearse the insert. We're jumping in from altitudes up to 25,000 feet above sea level. And it's all dependent on theory as far as analyzing winds, of course reduced visibility. If there's any type of malfunction that would mess up your theory, your formula, thus you have a propensity of not making your target.
Because of what we do, we can operate maybe in northern climates or in southern climates where it could be hot one day in an area we're training, and we also have to prepare for climates where it could be extremely cold. We operate in the water as well as on the land. So my primary job today is to make sure my men get the proper planning or proper training they need in all these different environments.
The vehicle itself is a Chenoweth, basically a dune buggy racer. It was made by a company out here in El Cajon to race in Baja California. Two-wheel drive, lightweight vehicle, and the reason why we do like it because it fits inside the CH-53 Echo helicopter, which is a big advantage for us because the range itself, those vehicles on a full tank of gas, I think we can get up to about 500 miles of range on them. Put that inside of a 53 Echo and put us out already 200 miles deep. Now we got 200 miles of an insert platform, get off with the vehicles there and get another 200 miles of range, 200 to 500 miles, and we really extend, again, the MEF commander's eyes out in front. The vehicle itself can carry all different types of armaments, anywhere from a M250 cal to Mark 19 automatic grenade launcher to a 240 Golf, which is the replacement for the M60 Echo 3, 7.62 machine gun, all the way down to the 249 squad automatic weapon. We, though, in this community tend to pull away from the weapon systems and look more towards bringing sensor-type piece of equipment that can, again, increase our ability to do reconnaissance, not to attack something. That's how we look at the vehicles.
Whatever it is. Yeah, we have to be somewhat. We have to be. We're done with the swim.
We have a company screening in that we look to select people select and assess people when they come here for our screening to see if they're fit for this type of duty. We screen because we know we're going to have to send those Marines off, invest quite a bit of money and time into them, and to follow on schools and training. In order to ensure that we're successful in that end, we need to make sure that the Marines have all the requisite skills to be able to graduate successfully from those courses, and also they have the right temperament and mindset to work, to do this type of work. And there are a couple things we look for inside of that. One, we look for somebody that has previous infantry experience, is a proven performer, is psychologically stable, and is physically capable of making it through all the different types of training that we undergo here. We also want to make sure the guy is a team player, that he can operate in a team, he can operate independently, he's trustworthy, can operate with little or no guidance for extended periods of time in a small team behind enemy lines.
Long rifle. This is Force Recon. Radio check over.
Drink water and make sure that you're prepared for that.
Are there any questions? Anybody want to quit?
something, your head has to break this imaginary plane. If it doesn't, we're not going to count it. Stand by. Ready? Go! Clear. Warren, 1951, you got it? Right back now. Bags, your bags. Hey, if you want... Forward! Push! Double touch! Push!
In reality, what it's comprised of is a series of events that would basically be the qualifying events to get you into a certain number of schools you have to go here. For example, part of the screening test is a 500-meter swim in a certain amount of time. That's the same test you'll be given if you go to scuba school. The distance of the PFT, the Marine Corps PFT, hits all the parameters if you're going to go to jump school, Army jump school. Basically, it's all the parameters to make sure that you can pass the basic schools you'll need to be a Force Reconnaissance Marine, with a few other things thrown in there to test someone's endurance, test someone's mental and physical abilities when pushed beyond the standard physical fitness test.
Do not push off the sides of the pool. Do not touch the bottom of the pool. Your cadre will keep an eye on you if you're having a problem. It's a timed event. You do it as fast as you possibly can. All right? End of the water. Question. Don't be the guy that's on the surface trying to fight the surface. Get down deep and stay there. Underwater swim! Go! Let's go! Underwater! Not moving unless you're underwater! Get down! Get under! Take a breath and go. Get out, keep it out. So the faster you are, the more rest you'll have. Freestyle! Go! Go, go! Get down! Get under! Get back down! Go! Back, boy! Get out of the water, get on your gear. You, hey, get on your gear. Right here, number 6. Right here.
We don't advertise exactly what the individual has to do, so there's really no way for the young man to really prepare himself when he comes over here. What we're looking for in this is we're trying to see if this individual has what it takes to be in the company, whether he's physically prepared to go through the challenging rigors of training that we're going to throw at him down the line. it really tests an individual's character is what we're really looking for. We're trying to see, we're not looking for the superstar, we're not looking for the guy that's always maybe number one. What we're looking for is that individual that drives on even in adversity. When things are really, when he's really down, when he's really hurting, we're looking for the character traits that we know that later on when he's operating behind enemy lines, he's someone you're going to be able to depend on.
Down there. On your marks. Get set. Go. Get off the deck. Back on line. Good.
We take them back to the compound, and we have this, it's called KIMS, Keep in Mind System, where we open up a box and they observe for so many minutes, collect information, and then at a time after the screening, we ask them what they saw, so then they report the information they saw.
We look for effort, we look for dedication, and we look for enthusiasm as the day works on and folks get tired and folks start to drift off and drop off. And we have a fairly low passing rate of the screening test. Not because it's hard, because I think people don't have the heart or don't have the experience or mental ability to drive on throughout the whole day.
Wear whatever you want as far as going up there, sweatshirt. Only one?
Yes.
All right, roger that, buddy.
PTS as a platoon sergeant is probably, when you look at the whole picture, a Marine here has to be physically ready at all times. It's something in the area that we stress to Marines that it's an individual skill. You have to be physically ready at all times. We never know when something's going to happen around the world. With the company and what we do, we have to be prepared to deploy on a moment's notice. And for us, there's no preparing somewhere else. We have to be prepared at all times. So we stress the physical fitness side on a daily basis, and we demand it from all our Marines. Yes, so training can be very demanding at times. It can be dangerous too. Anything can happen while you're out there. One of the things in the company is to keep Marines, as physically prepared as possible with their training schedule. We practice this all the time. These are skills they have learned as basic Marines. We send them on to further schools to heighten their skills and teach them other things. And this gives them an opportunity to go out there and actually practice it, apply it, and then show other Marines how to use it also.
During Desert Storm, Force Reconnaissance Company was used in various border posts along the Saudi and Kuwait border, especially the ones that went up northwest into closer towards Iraq itself. Basically, they were there to do as their primary mission, eyes and ears for the MEF commander when he was over there. During the Gulf War, I served with the Marine Infantry Battalion, and we were involved in, we were a mechanized infantry battalion, did 2 breaches of the enemy defensive belts. We basically went straight up the middle into, headed towards Kuwait International Airport, and we were involved in various engagements with the enemy. And I had a scout platoon at that point, heavy machine guns, TOWs, and Dragons, and a stay platoon, and we worked forward of our infantry battalion, and basically they either fought us or fell back, and we ended up getting a few different engagements, and had a great platoon, and it wasn't just myself. I think the Marine Corps gave 11 Silver Stars out, and we had 3 in our organization itself. So we were able to, did a good job, didn't take any casualties, brought everyone home. That's the most important thing. Not everyone can operate here, and the tempo and the pace here is absolutely incredible. The workup cycle we go through is a 2-year workup cycle. So you're with the same 22 Marines in a platoon for 2 years, really, before you deploy for a 6-month deployment. And the level of proficiency, team camaraderie, and basically combat skill is unparalleled, probably anywhere in the DoD. We've operated in an exercise called Woodland Cougar, which is a joint CSAR exercise in Washington State, and right there, head-to-head against Navy SEAL teams, SEAL platoons, SF ODAs, Air Force Spec Op folks, and hands down, our basic skills of long-range patrolling put us at a step above those special units that are considered Spec Ops type units. You don't hear much about First Force Reconnaissance Company. They're in the Force Reconnaissance units, and that's the way it probably should be. It's not because we're super secretive. It's because our mission is very basic. It's deep reconnaissance and limited direct action type of raids, and we train very hard at it, and we do very well at it because the level of dedication the Marines we bring in this community. Other Special Forces units tend to bring in folks that can be cooks, candlestick makers. As long as you can pass their one test, they're in, and then they can drive on from there. We bring in infantry Marines that have a solid infantry foundation, and we build off of that, and that has enabled us to really reach incredible heights as far as tactical proficiency.